You know what they say, never meet your heroes, because, well, they just might try to scam you. Welcome back again, you beauties. It is me, Amanda, still filling in over here on Beyond the Screen. But if you want more content from me, head on over to Top 10 Nerd, where I talk comics and other nerdy things pretty much on the daily. But for now, let's get into this wild ride of a video: Top 10 Worst Celebrities Exposed for Scamming Their Fans. Have you ever been scammed or almost scammed? And what advice do you have for others who are in danger of ending up in a similar boat? Feel free to share in the comments. I want to hear your stories. Number 10. Elon Musk. There have been a few controversies when it comes to Elon Musk potentially scamming his supporters, but I'm going to focus mainly on his stuff as it pertains to Twitter. Oh, what a place. Well, he's done some stuff that has shaken up the market in shocking ways, and Tesla has made some questionable moves in terms of how it markets certain features. Twitter, for me, has felt like one of the biggest scams because it directly impacts everyone on the platform. We're talking about the coveted blue checkmark. We're talking about Twitter Blue, baby. Or perhaps, I guess I should say, the less than coveted blue checkmark now. When Elon Musk bought the platform, one of the first changes he implemented was opening up the checkmark to all, for a price. Initially, he had said he basically wanted to make sure that everyone could access the blue checkmark to easily verify who was human, as opposed to, being bots, saying the checkmark should be used for just that, discerning humans from robots. But then he changed his tune somewhat when verification became a money grab for anyone with a credit card. No real verification process seemingly required, at least not as far as I've heard. I have not paid for the blue checkmark, so I don't know. People were so against this policy that people who had checkmarks actually wanted to give them up almost as soon as this was implemented, not wanting to have something attached to their name that makes it look like they endorse this method of verification. They were like, if that's what it's gonna be, then I'm good, I'll just pass. And friends, before we move on to our next spot on this list, if you love what we do here at Beyond the Screen, be sure to let us know by giving this video a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up for all those poor people out there that have been scammed that definitely could have benefited from probably hearing this list before they were scammed by someone. Might have been helpful. Number 9. Ezra Miller. Miller once claimed that videos of them involving them getting into an altercation in a bar with patrons who Miller claimed made the first move were taken in part to create NFT crypto art. Although I don't know if any NFTs were actually ever made as a result of those videos that Ezra Miller made when they were being, according to their account, mistreated. Whether or not they did, though, this still kind of sounds like a giant scam. Even without any NFTs being made from this content, I always kind of feel like Miller might be scamming us all. Number 8. Jared Leto. Well, really not just Jared Leto, but also kind of the entire band of 30 Seconds to Mars, of which Jared Leto is the main singer. Jared Leto and his band notoriously have an island dubbed Mars Island, where extremely devoted fans can go to celebrate their love of the band. Some folks have called this a cult, and based on some pictures we've seen, it seems like it maybe could be a cult. However, based on what I've read, it seems more likely that this island is kind of perhaps a scam? Either something that is orchestrated for publicity, or actually a place that people can pay to go that promises a live concert with the band, but actually only ends with Jared Leto giving them a speech while kind of dressed like Jesus. Although we won't know for sure what the island truly is like until we can actually talk to someone who is gone, or get an invite ourselves. So Jared, if you're watching this, if you want to invite me, I'm actually down to go to clarify what's really happening on Mars Island. I've never joined a cult before, so I mean, hey, why not? If that is what it is. I don't know. Number 7. Tana Mongeau. The resell scam. Tana is no stranger to controversy, but one of her controversies, or perhaps a few, have involved her being called out by folks and fans on the internet who claim that she is scamming people. In one TikTok responding to the issue, user ShutUpDumbBith shows a TikTok of Tana in a set from her own lingerie shoot for her line, Tana is Uncensored. And in the same video, the user also cuts to what appears to be the exact same lingerie set being sold on Shein for $12. Reselling, of course, might not be illegal. In fact, I don't believe it is. But it sure does feel like a scam when the markup is more than 100% in cost. So I understand why people felt scammed by this. Number 6. Khloe Kardashian. You know it's bad when celebrity trainers who have worked with your own family are kinda calling you out. For this point, we're talking about Khloe Kardashian's promotion of flat tummy tea and flat tummy shakes, though honestly she isn't the only Kardashian who's guilty of this. The flat tummy shakes that Khloe was seen promoting online a few years back aren't even FDA approved and have no actual medical or scientific evidence cited to back them up, or at least they didn't at the time. When asked to comment, even a trainer who had actually worked with Kim, Sebastian Legree, offered, "There is no magic pill, it's just hard work, discipline, and consistency. The slow and steady approach is the best." Also, y'all don't take diet things, they're dangerous for you. There's a lot of stuff in there you don't really know and it can like mess you up. You might end up worse off than you were before. Just make your body feel good. Eat things that make you feel good. Do motions that make you feel good. That's the best way, I think. Number 5. Gwyneth Paltrow. When it comes to Paltrow, a lot of people mainly take issue with her company Goop and all the expensive products that the company claims are good for your health and your well-being, especially when many of these items are not actually medically or scientifically proven to be good for your well-being. There have been a few lawsuits laid against Goop, and even one in 2018 over eggs that it was selling made of jade and rose quartz that it claimed could be used to boost overall health as well as sexual health. Now, I don't know about you, I personally love collecting gemstones. I love that whole idea. However, I don't know if I would say it's, medically sound. While the lawsuit wasn't won in court, Goop did ultimately decide to settle and was even issued a warning from the courts, an injunction, which basically forced the company to provide scientific proof for any health-based claims it makes in the future. As it should be. You should have something to back that up if you're gonna make a claim, Overall though, I would say that most people know at this point about Goop based on its reputation, but I'm sure there are some out there who are still being scammed, thinking that their products are some kind of miracle cure-all when, they aren't medically proven to be necessarily anything of the sort. Number 4. FaZe Clan. If you aren't aware, FaZe Clan is a massive esports and entertainment group with multiple teams that play professionally, competing in various types of games, from sports to fighting games to FPSs. But while FaZe already makes a ton just based on their fundraising around their teams and their actual success playing in tournaments, and of course their sponsors, they haven't seemingly been content with all the money they earn from all of that. Instead, they turned to seemingly shilling out altcoins, sometimes dubbed as shitcoins on the internet. Now, FaZe isn't alone in this alleged scheme though. You may have seen many influencers or content creators or full-on Hollywood celebs that you follow do exactly this. FaZe took to Twitter a few years back as cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Doge were soaring to endorse a new altcoin, Bank Social. They promised their followers a $10,000 giveaway, which you could enter by following Bank Social online, in addition to liking and retweeting the tweet they put out. Did they ever give away the 10K? We don't really know. I couldn't find any information on it. But what we do know is that while Bank Social initially saw a massive spike following the tweet being put out, it also then plummeted the same day. Ouch. And another FaZe Clan member responded to the tweet, claiming that he had already seen 2 times the growth with his investment. Now, running the numbers, that would actually have meant that he would have had to invest before the coin even spiked, meaning that he maybe timed it so that when the tweet went out, he could make that money. We don't know for sure, but it's interesting timing. That's all we can really say. Number 3. T.I. T.I. is a rapper, musician, actor, and producer, and also possibly an alleged scammer? Well, according to the SEC, the US Securities and Exchange Commission, he is. T.I. ended up being charged in 2020 with fraudulent activity after promoting the sale of unregistered currency known as Flick tokens. I do like that name though, Flick tokens. F-L-I-K. Not only that, but T.I. also claimed to be a co-owner of Flick during this, while in actuality, he wasn't. He also asked a fellow celeb friend to promote Flick on his behalf, and T.I. made himself over $100K on the alleged scam, but was issued a fine of $75,000 after being caught, and also was banned from getting involved in cryptocurrency promotions for a minimum of 5 years by the SEC, or any other digital assets, can't promote them. Oof. Number 2. Logan Paul. Oh boy. So I actually heard about this one through Moist Critical, who actually heard about it through CoffeeZilla, and it's really the main scam on this list for me that I didn't have to look too much into since I was already pretty well versed in it. Alleged scam, of course, because there's a lot of people that have a lot of opinions in this. The long and short of it is that Logan Paul basically planned to launch this app that was called Crypto Zoo, which is a game that you play and you can allegedly combine animals and make NFTs, and basically you get crypto through it, allowing you to have fun while you also make money. He seemed genuinely hyped about this project up until its launch, and then the app went live. The app for many fell short of what was promised to them, and at its worst, according to some who used it, wasn't even really functional. CoffeeZilla did a 3-part expose on Crypto Zoo calling out Logan, who initially responded with his own video where he also threatened to sue CoffeeZilla for defamation and illegal use of a private conversation before changing his tune. And if you're like, well, illegal use of a private conversation is pretty intense, that's true, but CoffeeZilla is also based in Texas, so actually he was fine with that because it's a one party, it goes one way, it doesn't have to be a two-way agreement, so yeah. Number 1. Soulja Boy. In case you were wondering if Soulja Boy is still around and what he has been up to, I can confirm that he is still around, but what he may be up to is allegedly scamming his fans. I'll let you decide though. An internet sleuth known as ZachXBT on Twitter seems to have done some digging and found that Soulja Boy, who in recent years moved from the world of music to cryptocurrency finance, has been promoting a ton of altcoins that it turned out many of which were just straight up scams, so it seems. Not only that, but Soulja Boy also got hit for promoting crypto brands without disclosing to his followers that his endorsement was a paid advertisement. You gotta do that, guys. If you're being paid or you're getting something, you should always tell people and just be honest with them. You can still love something, but be paid to endorse it as well. That's also fine. Alright friends, well that's about it. Until next time, watch out for scams, be kind to yourself and each other, and make sure you drink some water today. Do it for me. It's good for you.